China is a nation of great culture, history, people, and life. China is the nation of shiny roads, skyscrapers that seem to pierce the clouds, bustling malls, mouth melting food, and disease and disparity and extreme poverty. China is in fact two countries in one, and CCP doesn't want you to know about the other China. Hi, I am Atul Mishra, and this is TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. And in this video, I will debunk Chinese President Xi Jinping's claims of a poverty-free China. The Chinese Communist Party can achieve what it wants through a mere declaration because the outside world will never come to know if the CCP is lying or not. And if anyone questions it within China, then the CCP will simply eliminate the dissenter. Now, Chinese President Xi Jinping is preparing for the CCP's 100th anniversary on July 1st, 2021. And the CCP wants to celebrate a poverty-free China this time. Yes, Chinese President and CCP General Secretary Xi Jinping has declared that the communist nation has achieved the miracle of eradicating extreme poverty. See, if the Chinese President wants to celebrate the complete eradication of extreme poverty, he is free to do so. But the only problem is that Xi Jinping is lying and communist China actually remains poor outside of its 6 super cities: Shanghai, Beijing, Chongqing, Guangzhou, Shenzhen and Tianjin, and some megacities. The Jinping administration has said that 100 million people have been lifted out of poverty in the last 8 years. The Chinese president himself spoke at a ceremony in Beijing on Thursday. He said, and I quote, "Arduous task of eradicating extreme poverty has been fulfilled." He went on to add that it was a complete victory that would go down in history. Now, what Jinping has said is factually contradicted because China's extreme poverty benchmarks themselves are quite dubious. The communist nation classifies anyone earning more than $620 per annum as not poor. However, China's dubious statistics is a debate for another day. Today, we are going to tell you the difference between what China shows and what China doesn't show. What does an average tourist going to China see? What does the Chinese government and its media try to show? The booming big cities like Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen, right? You see the skyscrapers, expensive cars, and designer clothes shops. This is where China's economic development has been centered. You look at these images and you feel that this is a rich country. But China doesn't show the other side. It's a rural countryside where growth has been uneven or in some cases even non-existent. In 2011, the BBC reported that there is a village called Yechuang, which is merely 3 hours drive from Beijing. At that time, Yechuang's average income was a mere $157 per year. You might think that China has changed over the past 10 years, but unfortunately, this is not the case. In 2018, BBC published a video from China's Sichuan province. It showed how the only way to a remote village on the top of a cliff was a steel ladder. Well, reaching the village isn't the only challenge. The people of the village are extremely poor. They live in mud houses and cook on an open fire. They cook corn and potato because this is all they can afford. It seems that the CCP has failed to live up to its decades-old promise of uplifting these villages and peasants. But every villager in China cannot afford corn and potato. It is actually a luxury in the nondescript Chinese villages. Famous YouTube blogger Winston Sturzel, who lived in China for many years, posted a video in which a poor Chinese girl was spotted eating rats for survival. This is the real China that the CCP doesn't want you to see. Another YouTube blogger named Matthew Tai encapsulated the astonishing wealth disparity in the communist nation. He quoted a Peking University study about how 1% of China's population owns 33% of its wealth. He also explained the regional disparities. China's big cities have income levels comparable to first world countries. But the poorest of China's provinces, like Tibet, which is currently under Chinese military occupation, or Gansu, the income levels are as low as $7,000 to $9,000 per year. This is, of course, comparable to countries that have a serious poverty issue. The wealth gap gets even wider because within the poor provinces, the big cities are comparatively well off and villages are even poorer. There are many reasons why China's villages are poor. The biggest reason is the country's Maoist communism. Academicians and economists blame China's land policy, which dates back to the early communist years. The Chinese government took over farm plots and nationalized them, and these plots of land have remained state-owned till now. Now the bigger question is if things are going to change. Well, unfortunately, no. China is unlikely to decentralize control and privatize land because of its communist roots. Today, Xi is claiming that China is a poverty-free country, but in 2019, Beijing Orient Agribusiness Consultant, a think tank associated with China's Agriculture Ministry, published a report. The report revealed that China's rural income has been declining since 2014. Beijing Orient Agribusiness Consultant concluded that China's countryside was returning to poverty due to trade war with the US and widening urban-rural divide. Adding to its woes, China was hit by the COVID-19 pandemic in November 2019, which made the communist nation even poorer. So China's villages are only getting poorer as against Jinping's claim of ending extreme poverty. China wants you to see the big booming cities like Shanghai and Beijing. But there is another side, another China, which reeks of destitution and sheer penury.